This we are going to talk of inhibition, enzyme inhibition. So inhibition is the process when any chemical, when it interfere the activity of enzyme, when it decreases the activity of enzyme, that substance is known as inhibitor. So the chemical substance which stops the activity or reduces the inhibitor. The substance by which the activity of enzyme is reduced, the substance which causing the reduction in the activity, substance which reduces or decreases the activity of enzyme, so that is called inhibitor. The process is called inhibition, enzyme inhibition. So there are three types of inhibitors are there: competitive inhibitors, non-competitive inhibitors and allosteric inhibitors. First type of inhibitors are competitive inhibitors, competitive inhibition. So in this we know that enzyme binds to the substrate and ultimately enzyme substrate complex is formed. In this type of competition, there is a, if you look, this is the enzyme and these are the substrate, and this is the I stands for inhibition, S for substrate. So how they are? Both are similar. This is active site. So in this type of inhibition, substrate and inhibitor are similar in structure, and both they compete for the active site of enzyme. Both they try to bind the active site. When they bind in the active site, here the substrate and inhibitor both are going to be binded in the active site. Ultimately the product is decreased. When substrate, ultimately this site, the site which is blocked by the inhibitor, the active site which is blocked by the inhibitor, that site is permanently closed. And next here this again releases the substrate. This is blocked. This place is blocked by inhibitor. Again in the enzyme the sites are decreasing for the substrate. Next again every time like this 50% of production is decreased. 50% of product is decreased because active sites are blocked by inhibitors. They block the active sites and production is every time product is 50% decreased. So this is competitive inhibitors. In this case there is a competition among the inhibitor and substrate for the active site of enzyme. Here the competition for active site of enzyme to active, there is a competition between the enzyme inhibitor and substrate to occupy, to for the active site there is a competition. So every time 50% of enzyme active sites are blocked by the inhibitors. That is the reason every time the production is decreased. So the best example is for this is, so succinic acid. Succinic acid forms the fumaric acid. Fumaric acid in the presence of succinic dehydrogenase. The enzyme is succinic dehydrogenase. So this succinate, for this there is a competitive inhibitor is there, that is malonate. Malonate is the competitive inhibitors of succinic acid. What do it will do that? Competitive inhibitors means every time the production of fumaric acid is decreased in this process. So this is the one example, and these competitive inhibitors are used in the treatment of bacterial infections. Bacterial infections. This is very important, bacterial infections. So for this, so they used in the treatment of bacterial bacterial infections. So in this there is a FABA. FABA is converted into folic acid. This is example for bacterial infection in the presence of folic acid synthesis, folic acid synthase. Folic acid synthase. So bacteria, folic acid is very essential for the bacterial growth and reproduction. I am explaining how the bacterial infections are treated by using competitive inhibition. So inhibitors. FABA is converted into folic acid in the presence of folic acid synthase. So when we use the sulfur drugs, these sulfur drugs, what they will do, they are the competitive inhibitors of FABA. So competitor inhibitors. So when any bacterial infection is caused, at that time the suggested drugs are sulfur drugs. So why they suggest that? Because these sulfur drugs are the competitive inhibitors of this FABA. Every time when we use the sulfur drugs, every time these enzyme sites, active sites are blocked by the sulfur drugs. So ultimately the active sites are decreased, the production of folic acid is decreased. When the folic acid is decreased, ultimately the growth and reproduction of the bacterial, the material are not synthesized, ultimately the bacterial growth is decreased. So that is the reason our doctor suggests that use the course in a course, they will give a course to, because every time the 50%, if you use the drug, ultimately you observe that there is a decreasing, the infection is somewhat reduced. If you use continuously, total the infection is going to be disappear. So that is the reason we have to use the drugs in a proper course. So here these, by using the competitive inhibitors, we can controlling the activity of bacteria at a certain point, that so that where the FABA is for this competitive inhibitor is sulfur drugs. So when we use the sulfur drugs, so there is a ultimately the folic acid acid is decreased. When folic acid is not available, bacterial growth is also decreased. In this competitive inhibition, what is happening? There is a competition. There is a competition for inhibitor and the substrate for the active site of an enzyme. Active site, they are competing each other for the active sites of enzyme. When they compete for each other, ultimately every time inhibitor block the active site of the enzyme. ultimately the production is decreased. Product is decreased. So why this they are? Because there is a structural similarity is there. Structure is similar. So with that, every time there is a production is decreased. So this is about competition inhibitors. And second is non-competitive inhibition. Non-competitive inhibition. In this non-competitive inhibition, second type is non-competitive inhibition. In this what happens? So there is a enzyme and this is substrate and inhibitor. Before, in the competitive inhibitors there is a structural similarity is there, but in the case of non-competitive inhibition, substrate and inhibitors are there not in the similar structure, but as soon as the inhibitor binds to the enzyme at any place, not at the active site. So in this case, inhibitors bind at any other than the active site. Other than the active site, it is going to be bind. And when it binds to the substrate, there is a globular change or structural change, structural conformation of the enzyme is going to be changed. It is going to be changed like this. So like this, when it structure is changed, this substrate is unable to bind in that active site. When structure is changed, the substrate is divided, and ultimately enzyme inhibitor is as it is. Inhibitor remains as it is, but there is no structure, substrate is not going to bind in this case. What happens in this? When inhibitor binds to enzyme, there is a structural, globular structure of the enzyme is changed. Globular structure of enzyme is changed, and active sites are not available for substrate. If they are not binded to the active sites, there is no product. Product is not produced. So in non-competitive inhibition, there is no product production. Product is not produced. There is no product. So in this inhibition, what is happened? When inhibitor binds to the enzyme at any place, there is a conformational change or globular structure. Enzyme structure is going to be changed. It alters enzymes to change its structure. When the structure of enzyme is changed, ultimately the active sites are changed, their structure is changed. They are not available to the enzyme, they are not available to the substrate. When any substrate is not going to bind, there is no production. So before that, there is in competitive inhibition, even 50% of production is there, but in case of non-competitive inhibitors, there is no production. So example is that cyanide, it binds to cytochrome oxidase. It binds to the cytochrome oxidase. When cyanide binds to the cytochrome oxidase, ultimately the cellular respiration is stopped and it causes the death. So cellular respiration stopped. Cellular respiration is stopped. So this is the example of non-competitive inhibitors, and we use the penicillin. When we use the penicillin, what happens that, so it is the non-competitive inhibitor of the product which produces the cell wall of the bacteria. It is a cell wall of bacteria. So the substance which produces the cell wall, some substance is going to produce the cell wall. So that substance is going to be inhibited by the penicillin. So that is the non-competitive inhibitors of this substance. So ultimately there is no cell wall production, and so there is no, if the cell wall is not there, ultimately the bacteria is going to be not survive. So this is happens with the non-competitive inhibition. In the non-competitive inhibition, in this there is no competition for the active sites. Before that there is a competition for the active sites, but in this case there is no competition. But as soon as the inhibitor binds to the enzyme, there is a conformational change takes place in the enzyme structure. Enzyme structure is going to be changed. When the enzyme structure is changed, ultimately the active sites are not available to the substrate, so there is no product is produced. So there is no production is produced. And last type of inhibition is feedback inhibition. So in this feedback inhibition, the end product of a reaction controls its own metabolism. So most of the enzymes in our body work by this feedback mechanism. In our body, most enzymes work by this mechanism. So what is that? With a simple example, we understood that we know that in glycolysis first step is glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. So the enzyme is hexokinase. So this is the reaction. For example, suppose we need the 100% of these molecules, glucose 6-phosphate, but we get only 99% of the substrate. At that time, this substrate initiate the hexokinase to synthesize to act on more glucose and produce convert the glucose into glucose 6-phosphate. So the end product, whatever the end product is produced in the reaction, that catalyze or inhibits the activity of enzyme. So in this, the end product of chain of enzyme catalyzed the reaction, inhibits the enzyme of the first reaction, So here the end product of the chain of enzyme, end product of glucose catalyze the reaction, inhibit the enzyme for the first reaction. So product is going to be controlled, its own control or inhibits the enzyme, in this case feedback inhibition or allosteric inhibition. So end product is going to be controlled the enzyme, the end product of the chain in this glucose 6-phosphate enzyme catalyze the reaction, inhibits the enzyme. This product inhibits the reaction. When it wants require more, it activate to synthesize more. When it does not want to further continuation, it inhibits the enzyme. First reaction is going to be inhibited. So this type of product is going to be inhibit the enzyme. In the first case, competitive inhibitors, there is a competition for the active sites among the substrate and inhibitor. Whereas in the non-competitive inhibitor, there is no competition, but as soon as inhibitor binds to the enzyme, there is a structural change takes place, product is not produced. In this case, the product which is produced in the reaction itself is controlled or inhibiting the enzyme. These are the different types of enzyme inhibitors. Thank you.